Hey everybody, I'm Dave Hartman, and this is the Three Gun Show's after-match report of the Magpul Texas Three Gun Championship, where we break down the match, the stages, the divisions, and the winners. Before we get into it, make sure you hit that subscribe button. We've got a lot more videos coming, and you're going to want to be here for it. All right, let's get her going. Are you ready?
Yep.
The 2019 Magpul Texas Three Gun Championship marks the 5th year of the match and the 2nd year at Reveille Peak Ranch, a 1,300-acre facility in central Texas Hill Country that is well known for its mountain biking, obstacle races, military and law enforcement exercise, and practical shooting matches. So let's run through the stages here. Stage 1 starts off with a walk through the Texas Bluebonnets and goes into a pistol array, and then a rifle array reminiscent of Stage 1 from last year. Stage 2 featured a classic Texas Three Gun base stage with a ton of shotgun pistol optional knockdown steel targets, and then it escalates quickly with 2 rifle targets past 500 yards. Stage 3 was a standard stage of sorts, with featuring 3 stand and deliver arrays with a sprint in between. Or a post and shoot on the final pistol array if you were brave enough to take them from long distance. Stage 4 started with the infamous Texas Three Gun A-frame and ended on their come and take it cannon with a pistol jungle run in between. Getting a little farther into the jungle was Stage 5, which started with several well-timed shotgun targets and a transition to your pistol or PCC. Stage 6 is a Lakeview stage with a leisurely shotgun walk and a nice relaxing position on a log, shooting a rifle at several 200-yard targets, including a mover. Stage 7 heats up with an all-shotgun stage, starting with the Hero or Zero social media contest array that left a lot of hearts broken, runs into the forest for some knockdown steals and clay, and then some fast slugs on the move, followed by more clay pigeons. Stage 8's Jungle Run features shotgun, rifle, and pistol all shot over a river. How cool is that? Stage 9, also known as Heartbreak Hill or Stage 9, featured 11 rifle targets shot from a boulder, followed by a clay array and 5 slug targets. This stage messed with a lot of people. The wind off of that rock was really challenging. Here's what Daniel Jurasic had to say about it.
We were watching through the binos earlier, and it'll be 2 shooters hard left to right, and the next guy it's all blowing back to the left, so it's kind of unpredictable.
Stage 10 was back in the jungle and shooting across the river with some long pistol targets, followed by a sweet rifle array, a sprint in between, and some more rifle at the end. Matches like the Texas Three Gun Championship wouldn't be possible if it wasn't for generous sponsors who donate to the match. Sponsors like Red Stitch Targets, JP Enterprises, Vortex Optics, Keltec, Thunder Beast Arms, STI International, Excess Sights, and of course, Magpul Industries. Several of the sponsors came out to shoot the match as well. In fact, here's footage of Magpul VP Dwayne Liptak attacking Stage 8. Dwayne, what'd you think of that run?
The plan was flawless, and it would have been to shoot the slug target, load 4, and then continue the stage. However, I omitted the load 4 And exactly the opposite of that happened. So nothing went smoothly from there on out until we got to the rifle and pistol where everything was.
Rifle and pistol look good.
Well, thank you, sir.
Wasn't that bad. Dwayne even spoke at the awards ceremony. By the way, ladies, get you a man that looks at you the way I look at Dwayne Liptak. It's not weird. Okay, now that we've got the lay of the land, let's see how it went for the shooters in each of the 6 divisions and who took home the most sought-after trophies in the game for division winners and High Texan. First up is the JP Enterprises 2x4 Open Division. This is a new division to Texas 3 Gun for 2019, bringing the fun of the hottest, look, I just bought a new gun and I want to shoot it division into Hill Country. Josh Fralick made the jump from only shooting open to only shooting all of the open with one more gun and extra baggage fees. In fact, it was the biggest blowout in a division with almost 17% spread from first to second place. Speaking of second, that's where we find the 2x4 Open Division High Texan land win at 83.7%, followed by Courtney Mabu, Chris Saasen, Jeff Kranz to round out the top 5. In the Don't Call It He-Man division of heavy optics, where emphasis is placed on actually having fun with your 308, 9mm, and semi-automatic shotgun rather than shooting surplus battle gear from World War II. Last year, he finished second place in TAC Optics. This year, he came back with a vengeance after getting snubbed by Mark Roth and I in the walkthrough. Division champion and High Texan Justin Morris put over 10% on second place's Bob Sanchez and third place's Jomar Villamore, who were separated by 0.89% and 7 match points.
How'd that go, Justin?
It was rough. Shot over too many on the shotgun, but could have been worse.
Monty Long and Kyle Samank round out the top 5. Over in limited divisions, shooters were questioning their life choices while dealing with new for 2019 equipment rules, including capacity restrictions of 9 rounds in the shotgun at any time and a max of 32 rounds in the rifle, combined with shots out to 600 yards and, of course, the 200-yard mover. Last year's limited division, Joe Easter had this to say about the new rules.
Some commie shenanigans. I think I've expressed that multiple places. I just like my base pads too much on my rifle mags. That's honestly the only thing I can't live with. I wouldn't mind if shotgun went across the board to 8 rounds, but I just wish it was across the board. I hate bouncing between little sets.
Yeah.
But I'll play the game. It's all right.
And by the way, Joe is preparing for the IPSC World Shotgun Shoot and was shooting true irons in the match and still managed to blaze his way to a 3rd place finish at 2% behind 2nd place Rick Birdsall, who traveled from the frozen north of Michigan only to be edged out of that 1st place belt buckle by native Texan and not a junior anymore, Riley Croft, who took home the division title as well as limited High Texan. Darren Sepeda and Daniel Leak ended up 4th and 5th. Let's pause for a minute here to recognize what a fight this division turned out to be. The tightest spread in the entire match among the top 3. Limited division has the heat these days and is no longer a division that someone can claim a shooter is hiding in. And now a segment I like to call, Tell Me About Your Most Spectacular Disqualification. A DQ is something that happens for a safety infraction so egregious that we have deemed you not suitable to continue the match. As long as you don't hurt anyone, we still love you, and we want you to come back and shoot the next match. There's always something to learn from these instances. Our Texas 3-gun winner is Greg Saanen, who lost it on stage 7, the all-shotgun stage, when he tripped while trying to load his shotgun on the move after engaging 4 slug targets. Oh! Squad cameramen of the world, keep filming. No matter what happens, keep filming. Greg was okay and in good spirits when I saw him. The lesson learned here is to watch your footing when moving on a stage and keep that gun under your control and point it in a safe direction at all times. All right, now back to the fight. Lady Tactical Optics is a unique division to the Texas 3-gun championship. Very few matches offer a chance for the top ladies in the game to compete with each other on a level playing field with the same equipment. 2 big pieces of news in this matchup. 15-year-old junior shooter Dakota Overland came out on top of a much more experienced field of shooters, winning 5 of 10 stages. How did Dakota take this dominant victory?
I think it went pretty well. Had a couple makeups that I guess weren't so fun on the targets that I was leaving off of, but otherwise for the most part I think it went pretty well.
Becky Ackley came in 2nd place at 92.1%. In third and taking home High Texan honors, we have Sky Killian at 85.6%. Fourth and fifth place were occupied by Heather Miller and Corinne Mosier. Now that second piece of news that I was talking about is Sky Killian. Sky is normally an open shooter, so to shoot Lady Tactical, she borrowed a shotgun and a pistol, shot her own rifle with a different scope, borrowed a belt and caddies, and still ended up in third place. I caught up with Sky to ask her how her match was going shooting tactical gear, and this is what she had to say.
Sky, tell me about Tech Ops.
It's for peasants.
Well said, Sky. Well said. Traditionally the largest division at 3-gun matches, the Sharks were swimming in the Magpul Texas 3-gun championship pool. From the onset, it looked like it could be anyone's game. And then last year's winner, Tim Yackley, came down from Wisconsin, fueled by cheese curds and obscure Russian firearms jokes, and put 8.5% on second place / High Texan Daniel Jurasik. The spread gets even bigger from there, with third place Jake Latola 11.5% behind second at 80.13%. But in a fight with fourth and fifth, Joe Farewell and Dylan Easley with only 2% separating the three. Tim can flat out shoot and then just goes back to doing normal teenager stuff. Mark Ross said it best.
He reminds me of my son in the fact that he just goes and does something and then plays video games. And you're like, how did you do that?
Our sixth and final division, Open Division. The story of the match repeats itself here. First place Mark Zebart put a whipping on the rest of the division, leaving 7.5% between him and second place, but still a legend, Jerry Michalek. It tightens up from there with only 1.6%, separating second and fifth place, consisting of the aforementioned Jerry Michalek, Brian Nelson, High Texan Michael Whitesides, and James Gill. 1.6% separating all of that talent. That is a fight right there, and to think Jerry did it with a tube-fed shotgun and reloading with sticks. What do you think? If Mossberg ever makes that 930 box-fed thing like they did the 500, Jerry's probably got a pretty sweet shot of winning everything again for eternity. So there you have it. That is how each division stacked up in the 2019 Magpul Texas 3-Gun Championship. If you shot the match, let us know what your favorite stage was in the comments below. If you didn't shoot the match, better fix that in 2020. And before we go, a huge thank you to match director Aaron Hayes, sponsor coordinator Garrison England, the rest of the staff, Jared Halbert, Jay Honorado, Stephen Lee, and all of the amazing ROs at Texas 3-Gun. Y'all are amazing. And thank you for watching. I'm Dave Hartman for the Magpul Texas 3-Gun Championship, and I'll see you on the range.
We just walked the stages of my favorite stage so far. You get to ride this awesome bike and shoot pistol weak hand while moving downrange.
Reloaded 5 targets too early, dropped my extra mag on the ground.
You're welcome. Appreciate that. I aim to please.
Mark Roth, really? Really?
Lots of fun.
First match, of the year.
Ever?
Yeah, apparently, no.
Riding the lightning a little on the splits in the paper, but that was fun.